I was so hard-headed at first. My grandma didn't even believe in me. I kept going though. All I can say is I told you. Jury at the bank now in the vault. You should have never doubted me. I'ma work to my last breath. I'ma hustle to my last breath. Yeah, you should have never doubted me. The pain and the struggle followed me. My daddy never been that bothered me. And these cold streets made a man of me. Knew a time it'll come, they doubt me. Had to keep them OGs around me. Keep a young homie grounded. You never know where your motivation to come from. We do the most with these bras and pop shundun. They try to push you aside, you gotta fight some. I had a line on the thigh and now we back guns. I want that number one spot, I'm like icon. I got that beast in my eyes, I'm like Tyson. With my heart and my drive, I know I'm righteous. Keep some ice on me, rocky like pepper. Once you win, you gon' want more.
Hello, and welcome to Good Times with Jerry. So tonight we have my co-host, Too Sweet, Derrelle Coley. We're going to be talking with Peter Mcneeley. Everyone knows Peter from his famous fight with Mike Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson. Peter Mcneeley with 54 fights, 47 wins, 7 losses, and 36 knockouts. Had a real good amateur career, had a real good boxing career. We're going to talk to him tonight about his fight with Mike Tyson. And before we get to that, because I know that's what everybody wants to hear, they want to hear about his fight with Mike Tyson. So we're going to bring on Derrelle Coley, my co-host. Derrelle, are you there? Can you join us?
Derrelle, I'm here, Jerry. Hey, Jerry, listen, man, I'm so excited, man. I went to this boxing convention, man, and I went to this boxing convention in Boston, and I had a great time with Peter, man. Jerry, please, no disrespect, you have to let me ask Peter the first question, please.
No, absolutely, and I will grant you that request because it's because of you. Peter is with us, and so let's talk with Peter. But I don't want to get into the Mike Tyson stuff yet because I know you went to an event in Boston. You drove 9 hours to Boston to Sullivan Taps, and that was an event John Scully put on, which I thought was great. So let's bring on no other than Hurricane Peter Mcneeley. Peter, how are you?
Good. How you doing? Hey, listen, this is no disrespect to any of the boxers, especially you, John Scully. John Scully's been doing this for years, year after year, and I never go to them. I never go to any of these things. This time I went because I was too sweet. And his wife.
Hey,
go ahead, Darryl.
Hey, Jerry, let me. Hey, Peter, you know I love you to death, man. You my boy. Now listen, they said the rumor was out when you was fighting Mike Tyson because you came to the Oberka fight. You was fighting Mike Tyson the very next Saturday after me and Oberka fought. They said you had an STD. Explain to Jerry what the STD was.
Scared to death.
But I'm gonna Peter. Let me ask you this. You didn't seem scared to death though. You did what most fighters didn't do against Mike Tyson, and you attacked him.
That's like people have no idea. People think it's just two big dogs. Are going out there, whacking away. This like especially in heavyweight boxing. I mean, there's got to be like a lot of things you got to do to be a pro fighter at any level, anyway. But hey, heavyweight's a whole different market. But
yeah. So what was it when? So let me ask you this, and I give anybody credit that jumps especially in the '90s with Mike Tyson, where he was on top of his game. What was it? Let me ask. Let's back it up a little bit, Peter. I want to ask you one question. How did you get into boxing, and what started you in the boxing game?
Third generation professional boxer. Hearing my parents talk, I could see my father's eyes on 16 old school movie films. I think this.
You're breaking up. I'm having a hard time hearing you, Peter.
I'm sorry.
I can't hear me.
I'm having a real hard time hearing you. You got a good connection, Wi-Fi. Do you have a laptop?
Yeah.
Do you have a laptop?
No.
No. All right. Yeah, it's because you're breaking up really bad.
Yeah, I can barely hear him.
Hey. Sorry.
No, that's okay. You don't have to be sorry. I just want the listeners to try to.
Is it better now?
Yeah, you're good now.
All right.
So tell me again why you got into boxing.
Oh, my father fought every championship world in 1961. So my parents had 4 boys. By complete coincidence or destiny or fate, whatever you want to call it, the third son became the third generation from Mcneeley boxer.
4 generations.
I was the third of 3 generations.
Right. Yeah.
I only have a daughter, so that's it. That's it. It's got to be the only fighting. It's got to end somewhere.
Yeah, and let me ask you now: were you in the gym a lot as a kid around your family?
No. Because we grew up in Medfield. No boxing gym in Medfield. But like a real kid, played baseball and football.
Yeah.
I didn't start boxing until I got to college.
Hey Peter, we can't hear you, Peter. We can't understand the word you're saying, Peter. You might have to try to get off and get back on. Everybody else being is talking clear.
All right, I'll get off. Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll do a restart on the phone.
Absolutely. Let's try that. We'll join in. Thank you, Peter. Peter, make sure you try to get somewhere with good connection.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. Call you back. Yeah. All right.
Jerry,
I couldn't hear him either. But we'll see. So, what was it like when you got to get Blaze to produce?
That's what happens, ladies and gentlemen, on a live show. So we'll try to get Peter back the best that we can. I fully think that he doesn't understand because he's still in the waiting area. So I'll try to communicate with him on the side.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry, let me say this before you say it. When I was in Boston, man, and I spoke to Jerry. Peter Mcneeley one time before, and he was so excited to hear from me. I didn't know he even knew me. I knew he came to the fight, but I didn't think he knew me. And this is Jerry. I'm not lying to you, Jerry. This is one of the nicest guys I ever. Look who's calling me. Can you see that?
Riddick Bowe.
I can't. Hey, look, can
send him the link? Tell him we'll send him the link if he wants to.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, Bo.
I love this. Go ahead, get him.
Hold on a second. Let me call him back. Yeah, this is crazy. Hold on. Bo just called me. Hold on. Let me put him on. Hold on. Can I
got Riddick Bowe live on Too Sweet's cell phone, ladies and gentlemen.
If we send him the link.
Yeah.
Hey, Coley.
What's up, Bo?
Why you can't answer the phone, bitch?
Oh, did you? Jerry, did you hear what he said, Jerry?
No, I didn't get a chance to hear him. What'd you say? Champ?
Why can't you never answer the phone, bitch?
He called me a bitch. Hey,
Wait,
Bo.
listen.
Hey, Bo, listen, man. Won't you come on live with us, man? We on live right now. I'm get Jerry to send the link. Oh, Jerry can send it to me, and I can send it to you real fast. Just push the link.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
You do it now?
Absolutely.
All right, come on, Jerry. Let's make it happen.
All right. Well, I hope Blaze is hearing us, and we'll try to get Peter back. Blaze, if you're listening, does he have Facebook, or does he want us to send it to him in an email?
You want send me your email, Bo.
Oh God.
Send it to me now, and then go on the email and click on it. All right. Say it again.
If he's got Messenger, we can send it to him in Messenger.
Hey, no. Do you have Messenger, Bo, on your phone?
No, I got
Because Facebook, you don't know which page to go on with you, because you got like a few pages on Facebook. We don't know if we're gonna send it to the right page.
Just tell him to text you a message on Facebook Messenger. Too sweet.
Okay, text me something on Facebook Messenger. Do you got Facebook Messenger, right?
I don't think so.
No, he don't think he got it.
How do you guys video stream?
Oh, on iPhone. We got iPhones.
Okay.
So no, look. So this is what you do, Bo. Text me your email real fast.
Okay, I got you.
All right. And Jerry, I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll send it over to Blaze, and once he sends it, this is going on live right now.
This is what
it's like in the boxing world. Now,
you gotta love live.
Why you calling me?
I just hung up on you. I don't want to call you.
We live. We're live too.
Yeah. Oh, we live? Hey, look, they see how we live it, Jerry.
Yes, we are absolutely live. The audience seems to love it.
So this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing.
Look, out of the blue, man, Really Bo called me, man. Really Bo called me.
And how do you tell two-time heavyweight champion of the world? Nah, you can't come on.
Do you want me to call Holyfield right now? The ex Holyfield.
We're gonna get Holyfield though.
Hey, now, Jerry, I'm trying to show off, Jerry. I'm trying to show off.
It's okay. You can show off. You can show off all you want. This is Derrelle, Too Sweet Coley. Derrelle, man, you've been awesome. We're gonna try and get Peter. We're trying to regroup. Peter had a bad connection. It was really hard to hear him speak. But you had a chance to meet him, and you said he seemed like a great guy. I talked to him on the phone, and when he's got good signal, he's great to talk with, man. Not afraid to answer any questions.
Jerry, not to cut you off, it's unreal how nice this guy is, man. To me, I'm talking about Peter Mcneeley. You know, it's like, I mean, all he kept saying everywhere I went, too sweet. Yelling across the road, he said, too sweet.
He's a great guy, and you know his fight with Mike Tyson. Let's talk a little bit about his fight. If Rick Bo sends you his email, make sure you look at your phone and send that email to me. You know, his fight with Mike Tyson, man. You know, I didn't see. You know, he had that disease you say that he had. Yeah, what was it?
It was so funny, man, because he said, because this is what the exact same thing that you said to him, I said to him, I said, Peter, you the only guy that I've ever seen that wasn't scared of Mike Tyson even a little bit. He said, Derrelle, let me tell you the truth. I said, what's the truth? He said, I had an STD before the fight. And I'm like, what do you have? He said, scared to death. Hey, Jerry, I cried. Jerry. Hey, Jerry. He didn't show no fear at all. He ran to Mike.
I do gotta say this though. I don't want to say he's the only fighter, because I think what he did was great. You know, he really attacked and came out with the pressure right at the bell. You know what I mean? But right. there was another fighter. Yeah, and we got someone commenting that Peter McNeely's pre-fight press conference was the best. You know what I mean? When I'm gonna wrap him in my cocoon.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. And look, now my favorite heavyweight of my era, of my time, my all-time favorite heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Holyfield, was not afraid of Mike Tyson either.
No. We talking about two different.
And we are absolutely. And when we talk about, you know, Peter McNeely, not being afraid, and then he says he was scared to death. When we talk about Vander Holyfield not being afraid, Vander Holyfield wasn't afraid.
No, not even a little bit. I was just speaking. I was speaking on different levels of underdogs that Mike fought. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't.
Yeah.
But no. Listen to
Peter
me.
was very brave.
I've never I've never seen fear in Evander Holyfield amongst anybody, man.
It would be great to talk with him also about, because his mom was a big influence in his life. His mom.
Yeah. Oh man. And every time I watch him on YouTube, he's talking about his mother.
Yeah.
And when I talk to him on the phone,
she would never let him come home, and when he got a whooping, she'd be like, "You go back out there."
I'm talking about 95% of the things he tell me is based on what his mother did or what his mother told him to do. Yes, 95%, man.
Great man. Evander Holyfield, great man. Fought Mike Tyson before Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe won
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Yeah. And I think he lost by a real close decision.
Right now, today, both say that Holyfield didn't beat him.
I mean, let me say this to you, since you're close with Riddick Bowe, all right? Most people say that Riddick Bowe threw the WBC heavyweight championship in the barrel because
that was the worst thing he ever did.
I don't think he was afraid.
Hold on, say that again.
So when you read up and you look up Riddick Bowe, they talk about him throwing the belt in a barrel because he was afraid to face Lennox Lewis. I don't feel he was afraid at all to face. I think it was a business. It was business what stopped that fight from happening.
Let me explain this to you, okay? I'm going to say this. Riddick Bowe is my best friend, right? Mm-hmm. I'm closer to Bowe than everybody. I've been close to Bowe like this for 30-some years. I don't care what anybody says. Me and Holyfield, I'm talking to Evander Holyfield, and I'm talking to Riddick Bowe on the phone. Riddick Bowe had the nerve to tell me and Holyfield that the reason he didn't want to fight Lennox Lewis because Lennox Lewis wanted more money than him. How can you want more money when you're the champion? He's the challenger. Their challenger would never ask for more money than the champion. That's nonsense. Mm-hmm. That's nonsense. You cannot tell me that the challenger was trying to negotiate more money than the champion. Jerry, you know that's not.
So it was business that stopped them. They met in the Olympics, right? They met in the Olympics.
Bowe did not want to. This is what me and Evander Holyfield said. This guy beat me in the Olympics. This is the first guy I want to fight. Don't have nothing to do with money. I want to get my revenge. That's who I am. That Evander Holyfield said, I'm the same way. I want my revenge. I don't care about no money. I don't care about no belts. This guy beat me in the Olympics. I want to beat him in the pros. Bowe had an opportunity to fight this guy. Bowe my best friend, and I say this in front of Bowe. Bowe could have fought Lennox Lewis, but he let whatever coming away be his excuse. Come on, man. You don't sit there.
I don't think. I mean, if you think what led up to it with the Boogeyman and the other fighters that he had, to me, it was more of a business. It was more business and promotions and managements that stopped that fight from happening. I really believe that. I don't think Lennox Lewis didn't want the fight. I don't think Riddick Bowe didn't want the fight. I think he really did want that fight, and I think he would have won that fight because he matured better. Let me hang on, Derrelle. Riddick Bowe matured better as a pro and faster as a pro than he was as an amateur.
I listen. I think Riddick Bowe would have won the fight. Bowe don't think he would have won the fight. Bowe could have got.
We don't know that until we get Riddick Bowe on and ask him.
Well, the thing is this, and I'm forgetting. Me and Lennox Lewis in camp together in Big Bay, California. We're in the car together. And Riddick Bowe called me, and I'm like, wow, I got 2 champions out. I give Lennox the phone. Forget that they don't like each other, man. They cussed each other out for 2 hours, man. I'm trying to get the phone from Lennox, and Lennox won't give me the phone. I feel so bad. I'm like, but Lennox never talked bad about Bowe. Listen, and I'm telling Bowe, I said, Bowe, come on, man. I cut it out, man. The man don't have nothing against you, Bowe. Mo said, Derrelle, I thought about what you said. He apologized, but they made up because he said,
just recently I seen a video they ran into each other.
Yeah, and he said, Derrelle, I thought about what you said. You've been telling me this for years, man. I did it for you. I said, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. That felt good.
I think that's and I think that would have been a good fight. I think you know, Riddick Bowe, man. I mean, Big Daddy, man. He was
the best.
Really big, really strong. I think. I mean, you see him against Evander Holyfield and some other fighters that he fought and won. I really truly believe that was promoters and the business of boxing getting in the way.
You know,
Peter's going to come try again. Peter Mcneeley is going to join us again. Did you hear anything from Riddick Bowe on his email?
No, I just looked at my phone. I didn't hear nothing. Let me see. Can I check with him one more time? Let me check.
Yeah. So here we are. We're on Good Times with Jerry. My co-host when it comes to boxing is Derrelle Coley. Riddick Bowe called him while we were working with Peter McNeeley, the Hurricane. We were talking about his Mike Tyson fight, but Peter McNeeley has some real tough connection problems, and that's what's tough when you're doing these video interviews.
Hey, Bo. Man, I'm waiting for you to send me your email address, man, so I can get you on the show. You said what?
I've been sending it to you.
You didn't send it to me, but you gotta text it to my phone. I just look, Bo. That's what I'm calling. Cut you up. Say what, Jerry?
I already sent it, but I'll send it again.
All right, Jim, send it again because we got some questions we want to get you on. Daryl's over here saying he could have beat you in 2 rounds. We got to get you on.
Go ahead, send it to me, Bo. All right.
Yeah, so look, man, I mean, this is, hey, Peter.
How are you?
There we go.
That is so much better.
Oh, there we go.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now, baby. So,
wow.
It's so good to have you back on. And we were talking about how you became and how you got into boxing, and you were explaining it, but it was breaking up, so we didn't get a chance to hear you. So, hello, there she is, Lady Champ.
Hello, Peter.
Yep.
Yes.
How'd you get into boxing?
Young.
Oh, there you go.
When I was young, like, you know, my father, I mean, we're talking heavyweight boxing in the early 60s. And my father was on the cover of Sports Illustrated and Ring Magazine. I mean, you can't see in 1961, you can't beat that.
Right.
I mean, back then, Sports Illustrated was like was a god, you know, like say he cares on Sports Illustrated, but you know, back in the day, Sports Illustrated was it for sports magazines. So you know, growing up, you know, and come on, Ring Magazine back then was truly
was the Bible of
boxing.
Absolutely.
But
so let's get right to the point.
I wanted to be like my father.
Absolutely.
I tried and I did it.
You did very well. You had a good boxing career. Medfield man.
I complain.
Give it to me. Say it.
Medfield.
So look, you get the call.
I tell people, I'm like, you.
Oh man.
Where you came from? Everybody's got to come from somewhere.
Hold on, hey Peter, do you have your Wi-Fi on? Yeah, Wi-Fi. Peter, you got Wi-Fi? Do you have Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it on?
So now it's now I know. Get out of the dead zone.
You're in the dead zone, baby.
Hey, you my own little hut's got some dead zones.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: while we got you in a good area where we can kind of make you out, you get the call, you're fighting Mike Tyson. What's it feel like?
Well, I mean, that was it was Mike's first fight after his almost 4-year vacation. So it was like it was a lot of talk, but next thing you know, we're at the MGM Grand, we're signing the contract. 2 fight.
Let me hold you up. Shut your Wi-Fi off on your phone and use your data. Shut your Wi-Fi off. You know how to do that on your phone? Shut your Wi-Fi off.
You're really gonna make me do this right now.
Yeah, I know, because I want everybody to hear what you're saying. You're breaking up.
Get your Wi-Fi off, Peter. This will be great. This is a great interview. We need to hear it. We need to hear it, Peter.
Hey, love you guys. We'll talk about it next time.
Okay.
I mean, what the I'll be 54 October 6th, and I'm a fucking techno dummy in this fucking techno world. So I'm sorry.
Listen, happy birthday, Peter.
A fucking interview. Good night, guys. Good night.
Yeah, we lost him. He's got bad Wi-Fi connection, Darrell.
That's all right. Peter was ready to start going 5 rounds today. He was getting a little teed off.
Yeah, I was trying to get him to.
Yeah, that was my instructions with you. When I spoke to him on the phone, I asked him if he was connected to Wi-Fi. He said yes. I got Comcast. I paid him a ton of money, and all that
he's
stuff
a
like
great
that.
guy, man. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah, of course, he's a fantastic dude. I mean, but
it was just the connection was really tough.
Yeah, the bottom line is when we have guests on the show, people don't, they don't understand. Too Sweet. We had to figure it out with him, and now he knows. It's like, look, if you get a laptop or even a tablet, use that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you got anybody, you're using your cell phone, and even though you have Wi-Fi, if you have people in the house that are connected to that Wi-Fi and watching a movie or watching Netflix or watching YouTube, that's going to take away from the signal from you being strong.
Peter Mcneeley took time out to talk with us.
Absolutely.
He was having a hard time getting connection. I would love to talk to him a little more. Maybe we can do that at a later time.
Absolutely. We'll have Peter back. Too Sweet. We'll make sure that happens for us.
Yeah. Well, and Peter, Darrell, you get in touch with Peter, won't you?
Yeah, of course, without question.
And let him know that it was an honor to have him. I think he's a great guy. Very nice for him to be able to do that. But he was getting bad signal with the Wi-Fi and stuff, and that can be frustrating at times. So I appreciate him at least trying to come on, and maybe you can reach out to him again as you did in the beginning to have him on. You know what I mean? It's tough to do when you're doing it with Wi-Fi.
Right.
I guess so. But it was great to talk with him for the short period of time we had, and I wanted to talk to him about his fight with Mike Tyson, but I also wanted to touch upon how he got into boxing, because I think his story is a great story. He's a great guy. It takes a lot of courage to get in the ring with anyone, and not just Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? So it was great to have him.
Jerry, do you know? Is people in this world that will go shoot up a school, go shoot up a whole stadium? They got enough heart to kill anybody. don't have enough heart to go get in that square circle.
Right. And Peter had big heart, and I know I keep saying this, Darrell, and you're absolutely right in what you're saying. It takes a lot of courage. You know, they call boxing the loneliest man in the sport, and I can't quote John Scully, but I do remember him saying something about sitting in that dressing room and waiting for your fight to happen and how lonely it feels. There's a great quote out there, and I'll have to find it from John Scully.
Right.
But you know, Peter Mcneeley had heart, and he had courage, and he had determination, and he had the love of his family behind him, and he had the love of his town and city behind him. And to get into anybody at that time, to get in the ring with Mike Tyson, you had to have courage. Come on, you know.
Hey, Jerry, I would have bet my life. That Peter McNeeley wasn't scared at all. He told me he was terrified. But the way I looked at him, he wasn't scared at all, man. No. I mean, he went right there. He came right at Mike. He came right at Mike, man. I'm like, wow.
And Mike knocked him down. He got right back up. He was ready to go. You know, I mean, it was great to have him. And I hope you can reach out to him and let him know that we would love to have him at any time.
I'm definitely.
He's a great guy, and I apologize to the listeners that it didn't work out that way. Where we're not in studio and we're using the internet, and it can be tricky and it can be frustrating at times. But Peter, we love you. We would love to have you on again. I want to thank you so much for coming on and at least trying. And Derrelle will be reaching out to you. I'll be reaching out to you to talk to you. And so Derrelle, man, I mean, we got to reach out to some of these guys and let them know we'd love to have them on the show.
Hey, let me say this, Jerry, if you don't mind, I'm gonna make sure Peter comes back. I'm gonna bring Riddick Bowe, and I'm gonna bring Evander Holyfield on your show if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
All right.
That's your job as my co-host when it comes to the boxing. That's your job.
That's my job. Okay, cool.
That's your job. No, absolutely. That would be an honor and man, that would be that if you could make that happen. And like again, you got to let them know they don't have to stay the whole show 5-10 minutes.
But they want to stay the whole show. When you say that to them, it seems like you don't want them on for the whole show.
Well, then I won't say that. See if they can be on the whole show. I know Riddick Bowe wanted to come on, and he had obligations, but he'll send you his email, and we'll make that happen. And
but he said he sent me the email. I don't see the email.
Are you saying Big Daddy's lying to you?
Nice. Hold on a second.
Ah, here we go. See?
No. No, he didn't send me nothing. Hold on.
So this was a unique show, and it was fun. I mean, we had our challenges with the internet, stuff like that. So, Derrelle, let me ask you, man, who would you like to get as our next guest that we can have a real good conversation? I'd love to have Peter McNeeley again. There's no question about that.
I want excuse me. I want Evander Holyfield.
I would love to have Evander Holyfield on. That's my. I put you
on the phone with Evander, right?
Yeah, and let me tell a story about that. So me and a wife are out. We were heading home, and at the time my phone rang, and I have Bluetooth in the car, so it didn't say Evander Holyfield. It was just a number, and usually I don't answer it when it's just a number because I don't know who it is, and they can leave me a voicemail. But for some reason, when you told me you were going to have him call me, I believed you, and when I just had a feeling. I said, I'm going to answer this, and it was Evander Holyfield. I was like, whoa! Like I didn't even know what to say. I'm like, oh, Evander Holyfield's calling me, and we talked about boxing. We talked a little bit about his career. We talked a little bit about I think it's his son that boxes and how he doesn't get involved and he stays back. And so we had a good conversation, and it was great that he took the time out to call me and talk to me. So Derrelle, how did you make that happen, man?
You know what I said to him? I said, oh, I called him Holy. I said, Holy, listen, man. I have a friend named Jerry. That you're his number one fan by far. I mean, I said you're his number one fighter by far. He want to talk to you.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's what he said. I said I said it'd be great if he can hear your voice. He said call him. That's all he said. He said call him. So, no, I was on the phone with you that day. Yep. I was on the phone with y'all. Yeah. So I made the call. He said, call him. I said, what? He said, call him right now.
Wow.
He said, wow. He said, wow. You can't get it no bigger than that. I said, Holy. I said, this guy is your biggest fan, man.
Yeah,
he said,
I love Evander Holyfield.
He said, call him. I said,
Yeah.
wow. That's when I called him.
And that was awesome. That was awesome to speak with him on the phone. And my wife's sitting in the passenger side just looking at me like, wow, you got Evander Holyfield, Derrelle Coley on the phone, and you're having a conversation as we're driving home. And that when does that ever happen? That doesn't happen, especially when your favorite fighter is talking to you on a phone. And I thought we had a great conversation.
Jerry, give me a call. He was so excited, like a little schoolgirl. He says to me, he says, Blaze man, he goes, you'll never guess who I was talking to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I says, I don't know, Sunshine, the Easter Bunny, and he's like, dude, I was just talking to Evander Holyfield. He goes, I just talked to Evander Holyfield for like 45 minutes, dude. He would believe me when he tells you he is his biggest fan.
Yeah.
And that conversation absolutely made his day.
Made my year.
I'll get the hell out of here.
More than my year, man. I was so excited. But Blaze is right, man. I was so excited. And look, when he was taking on Mike Tyson and the talk when the talks were even happening before he fought Mike. I know they were supposed to fight earlier in their career. And they both knew each other growing up.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I always knew. Evander Holyfield was such a great technician when it came to boxing. He was in tremendous shape, and knowing his story of growing up, and when the fight was going to happen with Evander Holyfield, I said, "There's no way Evander's going to lose this fight." And people were like, "What are you nuts? Mike Tyson's knocking people out in 30 seconds, and you can't even go to the bathroom on Mike Tyson's fights. He's going to knock Evander." I said, "There's no way he's beating Evander Holyfield." See, I always felt, and I could be wrong, but this is my feelings. Watching Mike Tyson in the rings, he seemed to be almost like a bully. He tried to scare you and play that mental part of the sport, and that's a part of the sport a lot of people forget is the mental aspect, the mental toughness part of the game. And Mike Tyson played that to a T with a lot of his fighters. He had you beat. He already beat you before round one. He beat you mentally before you got into the fight, and then he beat you physically when you got into the fight. You know what I mean? And I knew that wasn't going to work with Evander Holyfield. I think Evander Holyfield was strong enough in his mentally toughness. And if you look at Evander Holyfield, he's in tremendous shape. It's still in tremendous shape to this day. But his mental, when you heard him in interviews and you heard him talk, I said, this guy's mentally ready for Mike Tyson. Not only is he ready physically, but he's mentally ready for Mike Tyson. Anything he can throw at. So when they finally fought, and Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear, I said to myself, he's looking for a way to get out of the fight because he knows he can't win. And I was right.
You know what, Jerry? Mike Tyson, let me explain this. Mike Tyson can't beat Evander Holyfield based on the style of Evander Holyfield. If they fought 30 times, Evander wins 30. Mike Tyson knocks out anybody that knocks out Evander Holyfield.
Yeah. And Mike Tyson, let's not take nothing away from Mike Tyson. He was a tremendous fighter, very, very strong, very powerful, very knowledgeable. I'm not saying I'm not a fan of Mike Tyson. My love, my loyalty was with Evander Holyfield because I just loved what he was so professional, and it's got nothing to do with Mike Tyson's past or anything Mike Tyson went through in life. It was just that I felt Mike Tyson was beating guys before they got in the ring. He was beating them mentally.
But this is what I'm saying. I don't know if you caught it because I'm saying this based on their styles. Evander Holyfield beats Mike Tyson 30 times in a row, but whoever beats Holyfield, they can knock Holyfield out. Mike Tyson beats them easy. Mike Tyson beats anybody that can beat Evander Holyfield. He just can't beat Holyfield.
So you think Mike Tyson is more of a brawler, more than that?
Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is everything. Mike Tyson, he's not really a boxer. He don't know how to box. He's a brawler. You got to say he's a brawler.
He's brawler.
But
And where I look at Evander Holyfield, very technically sound, very good with his footwork, very good boxer, knows where he is at all times in the ring. But Mike Tyson on the other hand, and Darrelle, correct me if I'm wrong, that's what makes fighting exciting, right? So when you have a brawler in the ring and you have a technical boxing ring like Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson, styles make fights, right? And if you had two technical fighters in there, most of your fans are going to be like, oh, this is boring. It's not exciting and this, that, and the other thing. But when you have two different styles in that ring, that's what makes boxing exciting.
Yeah, because anybody can beat anybody, Jerry. It's style. When they say style make fights, it's a specific style that Mike Tyson can't beat, and it's a specific style Evander Holyfield can't beat either. But when you bring them two together, Evander Holyfield style beats Mike Tyson's every time.
Yeah, I would agree. And Justin's chiming in. Justin, you know Justin, my son-in-law. He says, I think Jerry told me like 3 days in a row that Holyfield called him. He was so excited, and I was. He's absolutely right. Like I tell everybody, I'm like, yo, you won't believe who I was on the phone with, man. You won't believe who I was on the phone with. It was exciting. So Darrelle, go ahead.
Jerry, you were so excited. You called me to tell me if Evander Holyfield calls you, and I don't want him to call you.
So, hey. So, Darrelle, let me ask you this: who was your favorite fighter growing up?
Jerry, this is crazy, Jerry. I didn't like no other fighter other than Sugar Ray Leonard. I didn't watch no other fighter other than Sugar Ray Leonard. They asked me when I was 18 to 19. I'm fighting open class fighters. I know, and it was a guy named Michael Ward that was amateur but was boxing Ray Leonard. He fought under Ray Leonard. They had the same trainers, management, and everything. He's boxing with Ray Leonard, getting ready for me in the championship Golden Glove fight. He's knocking Ray Leonard down. He's dogging Ray Leonard. He's beating up on Ray Leonard. They thought he was gonna beat me easy. I beat him easy. They called me down there to box Ray Leonard. I turned it down every time. I'm talking about. They asked me to box with Ray Leonard for maybe 5 to 6 years after that. I'm turning it down because that's my idol. If Michael Ward did that to Ray, and being honest, if I had to choose who I wanted to win between me and Ray, I would pick Ray. I was a bigger fan of Ray than I was mine. So I had no business boxing with Ray. I didn't want to box with Ray. I didn't want to prove myself. I didn't want to compete against somebody that I love that much as far as being a fan of, and that's the only fighter that I've ever cheered for and was a fan of.
And I did you ever try to mimic Sugar Ray Leonard in any of your fights? Because there was a fight that you had that you reminded me of Sugar Ray Leonard.
Everybody says that, right? I'm gonna tell you what happens, right? I watched Ray Leonard so much. When I fought Keith Holmes in the Golden Glove Championship, I beat Keith Holmes. He was southpaw. He was tall. I watched Ray Leonard fight Marvin Hagler, and I watched that fight so many times. And when I fought Keith, I felt like I was doing the same thing Ray was doing. I never tried to mimic him or anything like that. I just watched him so much that I started feeling like, whoa! I feel this move before. It came from Ray Leonard. And people ask me, do I try to mimic Ray? No, I don't try. We both had fast hands. We both had the same similar style. We'll, keep our hands pretty kind of low, but no, I didn't try. I never tried to mimic them at all. Right. But it came out like I did because I
think because you were such a big fan and you watched only Sugar Ray Leonard.
That's what I wanted.
You weren't trying to mimic him or copy him, but just in your mind you've seen him so much. What attracted you to Sugar Ray Leonard? Why Sugar Ray Leonard?
This is style, man. Fast hands, showboating. Just the style of fighting. Who was that said that to me? Kip Diggs. When we was at the Wichita, Kip Diggs said, he said, Derrelle, I went down there and boxed with Oscar. This is what he said. He boxed with Oscar De La Hoya. He said, I killed Oscar. He said, Derrelle, only the people that give me problems is pretty boys like yourself, like the cuties. He said, the way your style is, He said your style, the Sugar Ray Leonard style, and a few other styles, I've always had problems with them. He said, but people like Oscar De La Hoya that want to fight. He said, man, I kill him, but by comparing the two, I don't think that he could have beat Oscar or did good with Oscar. I don't know, but maybe
And you fought Kip Diggs for the championship, right?
Yeah, I did.
And you won it, and you guys, and that was another guy, another fighter that you got to meet at the Sullivan's Taps in Boston. You guys had a great comment. It was nice to see you two guys together and talk. And John Scully had a video of you guys really having a candid, exciting conversation, and I thought it was great.
All the fighters that was there, no disrespect to any of them, I spent 45% talking to Kip Diggs and the other 55% talking to Peter Mcneeley. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm like, them was the only two guys that I was locked in with, and the whole Modern Styling a little bit, and a few others, but I really locked my attention on. What's that? Come here. I locked my attention on them two guys, and she was up there, and she came when she was with me, man. It was a beautiful event, wasn't it?
It was absolutely.
Yeah, it was nice to see Derrelle get with Kip Diggs and talk about his fights. So let me ask the lady champ, how many of Darrell's fights have you got to watch?
She said she would watch one like that.
Actually, whatever YouTube can afford. I personally, I would like to be able to reach out to someone who I can actually purchase a collection of his fights, because not all of his fights are available on YouTube.
Right.
The Kip Diggs fight that you guys are speaking about now is not available. So it would be amazing to be able to kind of review the entirety of that bout.
And not to interrupt you, but I want to do this because I want to bring on my producer Blaze. If you could come on and tell Derrelle, we were looking for that fight, and Blaze discovered something you might be interested in.
What? Blaze, talk, Blaze. You too quiet, Blaze, talk.
I'm trying to remember what it was.
USA Boxing, Tuesday night.
Oh,
fight,
yeah.
Shane O'Grady.
Yeah, USA Boxing.
Champions, right?
Yeah, USA Boxing Tuesday night champions. You might want to reach out to them because they had your fight with Diggs. Okay.
Right.
It's no longer a show anymore, but it was huge for boxing in the 90s. Absolutely huge. So if you could find out
where did you find it, Blaze? Was it on Amazon?
Well, you can Google USA Tuesday night fights in the 90s, and you'll find stuff. He'll tell you all about it. But when I was researching for Jerry, because he was informing me that you guys could not find that fight at all.
You're right.
And quite frankly, when I start researching something, we're talking like 2-3 hours on the computer. And I couldn't find anything but the USA Network, okay, Tuesday night champion fights. And because Jerry and I decided that if I couldn't find a fight, then I would at least try to find something maybe you guys can contact and see if they'll have the video of that fight for you guys. You know what I mean?
I think you said that fight was on a certain, I don't know if it's a disc or whatever they're selling, right?
Oh, yes. You can buy yeah, thanks, Jerry. You're bringing it all back to me now. You can go and buy the DVD on Amazon. It's called excuse me. It's called USA Tuesday Night Fights Knockout Edition.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
So I don't know if you knocked the young man out or not, whatever, but if you did, there's a good chance that you're going to be on that DVD.
Okay, look, we in Boston. Lady Champ she asked me the dumbest question ever. Get what she said.
What?
Derrelle, See if Kip Diggs got it. Why would he have to fight and not knock him out?
He might.
Hey,
I don't even have the tape, so I know he ain't got it.
Hey, I have to defend the young lady champ because that's not a bad idea. What's the worst that could be told to you? Nah, I don't got that.
You
You know, and then you could say, do you still get that knuckle print on your chin? You know what I'm saying? You know, but listen though, guys, for real, USA Network, I think it's a Ted Turner type of network like TNT and stuff like that. Back in the day, they used to do the WWF back in the day as well too. So it was a huge network. And I'm sure, I mean, look, you know, it's you, Mr. Too Sweet, you know what I mean? That's on the video that, you know, I'm pretty sure that you can find somebody, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Call a network or whatever, you know, have the wife call and just ask those questions.
Or look up like Blaze did, or look up like Blaze did and see who's on that fight. If you order that DVD or that box set of Tuesday night knockouts, because I used to watch Tuesday night fights with Shane O'Grady. Was it Shane O'Grady or something like that?
Sean O'Grady.
Oh wow,
Sean O'Grady. So if you look that up, if you Google that and that box set, it might tell you the fights that are on that box set.
You know who made their pro debut on that undercard?
You?
No, huh?
He fought the championship.
Pro debut.
No, I was joking.
Hey, Jay.
I was trying to get a joke in. That's all.
Guess who made their pro debut on that undercard?
Who's that?
Fernando Vargas.
Fernando Vargas. I remember him. Fernando Vargas.
Vargas was a good fighter. He was no slouch.
Yeah, he became world champion.
Yes, sir.
But against Floyd Mayweather, he forget to protect himself.
So
that's Ortiz.
Oh, that was no, you're right. Wow,
Jerry.
Hey, hang on, man.
Get your head together, man. Get your head together. Hey, Jerry, you can't slip like that on a show like this.
So what I'll do, Lady Champ, is I'll tell you what. I pretty much I think I have most of those links saved, and what I'll do is I'll put something together for you, and I'll get it to you, and I'll help you start your research as far as you know, getting that to that network or whatever and stuff like that. How's that sound?
Absolutely, I would be greatly appreciative of that.
Yes, absolutely.
I watched a number of Too Sweet's fights,
right? Yeah, but that seems to be the fight everyone wants to see.
Now, was it ever on YouTube? Was it on YouTube at one time?
Yeah, it was. And Kip Disney took off. You know, there's no lie, Jerry. I had the flu that fight. The reason I fought because they're gonna strip me from my number 2 ranking in the world. And I told my trainers before the fight, if I lose, don't say nothing about the flu. I don't want to make no excuses. And that's why. And I showed you, Jerry, that time he knocked me out. He didn't even hit me, Jerry. My legs were weak. My legs were extremely weak. Yeah.
No. I got you. Yeah. So let's see if we can get that fight for him. And
like I said, I'll put them in the right direction. No doubt about that.
It's gonna be out there, man. Tuesday night fights was huge, and then there were Friday night fights.
Well, listen, like I said, it's like calling ESPN and saying, look, you know, this is Derrelle Too Sweet Coley. You know, I've been, you know, you guys had a fight of me with Mr. Diggs or whatever, and I've been trying to, you know, get a hold of the video, and I was wondering if there's someone that could possibly help me out. It's as easy as that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's all.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate, you know, those contacts. I'm going to look into it. Definitely forwarded all that information to me, and I'm going to
and when we get the
another show,
right? And when we get the fight, of course, you can indulge yourselves and watch it first.
Yes,
but we get the exclusive video, though, right?
Yes,
absolutely. I love you guys. Everything.
I love you too, man. So great. Derrelle don't know how lucky he is.
Love you, JJ. Love you.
Look at him. Look at him.
JJ. JJ. She just told me she loved another man right in my face, JJ. No, she's behind my Jerry.
That's
She's
a
behind my.
different kind of low.
No, that wasn't disrespectful. She was behind my head. She ain't doing it in my face.
All right. So was now that we're talking about that fight, how difficult was it to get through that fight knowing you had the flu?
Hey, let me say this. Kip Diggs don't know this. Kip Diggs don't know this. Kip Diggs fighting southpaw and orthodox. This is the hardest training camp in the history of anybody. I wanted to quit boxing because my two trainers, Al Scott and Leonard Laney, was telling me how to fight a southpaw. Completely different. They right in front of each other telling me to do this. How you just tell me to do this and he just told me to do that? What are you doing? I'm confused. So I never had a problem with a southpaw. The guy, he fight this way, then he switch this way, then he come back this way, and it was confusing. So I'm fighting. I'm like, so Leonard, my trainer Leonard, right? This would have confusion was at. Leonard Langley told me he go to the left and he throw the left hook. He go to Jerry. I'm this way with you, right?
Yeah.
This is my left. Your left is this way. Which left is he talking about? So then he's saying, every time I come to the corner, Derrelle, he's doing exactly what I said he's doing. I said, Leonard, he's not doing nothing. You saying he don't nothing. So after he knocked me down in the 7th round, and after the 8th round, after I got up from the 7th round, this was what happened in the corner. When I came back, I said, Leonard, listen. No disrespect to Kip Diggs. I kept saying, Leonard, this man is sorry, man. He can't beat me, man. Leonard, leave me alone. Let me fight, Leonard. Just let me fight. Leave me alone, Leonard. Just give me some water. Leave me alone. I went out there and knocked him out.
Wow.
I went out there and knocked him out.
So they say, and this is a saying that I've heard, and you might know more. You might have heard it before. Is when you're fighting a southpaw, you want to throw a lot of straight right hands, left hooks. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. It's based on where your feet is located.
Yeah.
If your feet, and with the southpaw, your feet gotta be in the right place at all.
Yeah, it's going to be outside of his reach.
Outside, yeah.
So let me ask you this, Derrelle, before, because we only got a few moments left. Why have you never opened a gym, and why have you never started training young people in boxing?
You don't want me to answer that question.
No, I do.
You want me to answer the question?
Yeah, I want. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to.
I say you. I didn't say I didn't want to answer. I said you don't want me to answer that question. You want me to answer the question?
But I do want you to answer it.
Okay.
I
don't want to listen, Jerry. I don't want to hear no more bells. I don't want to hear no. I don't want to smell no gems, Jerry. I don't want to hear no more bells. I've been boxing since I was 9 years old, Jerry. All I heard was bells. All I heard was do this, do that. Go, come on, champ. I don't want to smell no gems, Jerry. I don't want to. I'm free from boxing. It was something that I didn't even like, Jerry, and I did it for 30-something years, man, of my life. And the only thing that I've ever prayed for, Jerry, in boxing, I never prayed to win. I only prayed for me not to hurt nobody or for me to get hurt, and God bless me with my wishes. I don't want to put nobody out there to go hurt somebody. I don't want nobody to get hurt based on the fact that I told him to do this.
And I understand but it's a sport, right? There's rules, and you got a referee, just like football. I think you get more of a chance of getting hurt in football because you see those punches coming, you don't see a tackle happen. I don't sport, right? I mean, there's rules and there's.
Jerry, I don't coach football. So you asking me based on why I'm not a coach. I don't coach football.
Right.
So
and you said you didn't like the bells and the sounds.
You don't want to smell the gym. I've done. That life is over for me. I don't really watch. But Jerry, do you know how hard it was for you to tell me to watch boxing? And how many times that I came back and said, Jerry, I seen the fight. Did I ever see a fight, Jerry? You told me to watch?
No,
never, not one time. Jerry, I tried to make myself. Lady Champ, girl, go watch the fight. Like when Lady Champ watch my fights, she watching myself. I don't watch them. I don't watch them. I don't watch boxing.
I got a question for you. If not boxing, what other sport you think you would have played and enjoyed? Because you said you didn't enjoy boxing. What sport would you like to play and enjoy?
That's a tough question. I don't know.
Do you want to play for the Dallas Cowboys?
Of course I would.
Yeah.
Jerry. Of course I would, Jerry. Of course I will.
I think I look at you and I think you make a good wide receiver.
Yeah, I love Drew Person. Drew Person was my favorite wide receiver man of all time.
Yeah.
Drew Person. Yeah.
Michael Irvin was the best.
Well, he probably was the best, but I said
he was the best. He was the best.
Well, that's
Jerry
fine.
Rice was good. Michael Irvin was the best.
That I never heard nobody say that, but I appreciate you saying.
I'm telling
I
you.
like the Irvin.
I never heard any. I never heard anybody say that either.
I never heard that.
I never heard anybody say that either.
I'm glad you stamped that because I never heard that either.
No, I like it. Right, it was great, but Michael Irvin, I just think was.
Hey, you know, was a great wide receiver, man. I don't hear it. They don't talk about him. Lynn Swann was a great wide receiver.
Yeah.
You don't remember Lynn Swann?
No, I don't.
From the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Lynn Swann was incredible.
Thank you.
Okay. Lynn Swann was an incredible wide receiver. And I say incredible. I would say in the top 5 of the best wide receivers of all times.
All time.
Because back then, okay, I mean, the DB, the cornerback, they could have roughhouse you back then.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Literally push you, put their hands on you, everything. Nowadays, you can't even run in front of a wide receiver as a DB and a flag be called.
That's right.
All right. So that made Lynn Swann's job 50 times harder than it is today.
Right.
Okay.
I think today is. Yeah,
and that dude was like too sweet catching them balls with that one hand. Like that.
All right, Blaze. Back in the dungeon, Blaze. Blaze knows his football, so
yeah, he do. And Blaze, Blaze, whenever I need help, come on back in and help me out again.
But he's right?
I got you, my friend. I got you.
Go, my man.
But he's right because I think that's why I've gotten away from a lot of sports because it just seems like it's just not the same, man. And I understand injuries and all that stuff, but man, it's football, man. Just like it's boxing. Let the guys fight. Anyway, let's get out of the football thing because that's not what we're talking about. Hey, Derrelle, I don't know if we spoke about this the first time I interviewed you, but I feel now. I look at boxing today, and it's totally different. And I think there's too many greedy promoters, and I think that's what's ruining the sport of boxing. I think we're not seeing guys fight as much as they should. They're fighting more on social media. You hear them going back, like Crawford and Spence. They're supposed to fight, and that should have happened a long time ago. But we're seeing a lot of guys fight and almost promote themselves on social media. You think that's hurting boxing where these guys are not actually fighting? I mean, they're fighting like once a year.
When we in my generation of boxing, we wanted to be like Sugar Ray Leonard. And when Sugar Ray Leonard in boxing, they wanted to be like Muhammad Ali. This era of boxing wanted to be like Floyd Mayweather. Money means everything. Money that being the best fighter in the world means nothing. It means nothing. It's about money. It's about greed.
About being the richest fighter in the world.
And it's about flashing your money. And I'm talking about, if you have all this money and you still see homeless people, you ride past homeless people every day, you're nothing. You're nothing. I'm being honest, man. Mm-hmm. That's why I help like the Maurice bloggers, anybody that I run across that I feel as though I can help them, I choose to help them. I don't have anything, but I have enough to give somebody to make me feel better about myself.
Right. That's really nice of you, and that just explains why you are who you are and how you've been so successful. Because it's about being humbled and knowing that you're blessed.
Yeah, you got these guys that like Floyd. I'm a big fan of Floyd's, man. I'm talking about. I like Floyd. He's cool. He's a cool guy, man. Nice guy. But if you can buy these Bugattis, these big giant houses to show off and carry $1 million around, I know you can roll past somebody that needs something, a t-shirt or a pair of shoes or something.
I think he's helped.
No. I apologize. I want to apologize for that. Floyd does not put his business in. When he help people, he help a lot of people. He don't put his business because he don't do it for the media.
Right.
Can I tell you this true story? I'm with Floyd one day. one of his friends had a friend with him, right? Floyd didn't really know the guy, right? So what happened is we were together that Saturday. So that Sunday or the next day, he wasn't the same person he was, and Floyd noticed. He noticed it, right? He said, "Coley, go see what's wrong with him." I said, "Go see what's wrong with him." So he told me to go. I went over. I said, "Floyd, man, look." Floyd said, "What's up? You're not the same. You're not acting the same." Floyd paid attention to him. Listen, the guy said, "Derrelle, my mind." I said, "Now let me know so I can let Floyd know, man. Just let me know." He said, "Man, I'm just trying to." My grandmother been in her house, man, for like 27 years, man. She about to lose her house. I'm trying to figure out a way, man. Like I'm just going in and out, just trying to figure out what happened so I can help my grandma. I said enough said. I told Floyd. Floyd told me to go get somebody, one of his guys, right? I went to go get one of his guys. Floyd don't know this guy. Floyd paid his grandmother house off.
Wow.
Listen, that right there showed me it's a great guy. Great guy. Floyd is a great guy.
So listen, we're gonna try next week to get Riddick Bowe on. I'd love to have Peter Mcneeley on. I don't want to forget Peter because he was gracious enough to come on and try. It was unfortunate that the internet connection was really, really tough, and maybe we can have him on again where we got some really good internet connection. But I would like to have obviously Peter Mcneeley back, but I'd love to have Riddick Bowe and eventually some down the line Evander Holyfield, and we'll see where it goes. You know what I mean? I want to thank you for making these connections because you're the guy that makes that happen. So I appreciate all that and all your effort and your work, man.
So Jerry, we coming back on next Wednesday, man. So what we should do on Tuesday night, do a test run with Bowe.
Yeah, if that's something Blaze wants to do. I think that's a good idea. I think Blaze would be up.
Blaze, come here, Blaze, come here, Blaze, come here.
Yes, sir.
What you think? We should do on Tuesday do a test run with Riddick Bowe. So on Wednesday he know how to do it.
Yeah, Tuesday night would work good around 8 p.m. Tuesday night, and definitely we could have a production meeting and make sure that Mr. Bowe's connection is working just fine.
Or do I gotta send Lady Champ over Bowe house to get him connected?
She seems to be getting everybody on. She's gonna. That's gonna be her. She's gonna be like the new tech.
Listen. When
all the way. This is an amazing program that needs to be exposed to the greatest extent. It's an amazing program.
When FFN Radio Network makes its first million, we're gonna hire Miss Too Sweet, Miss Champion over there to be our PR person.
Okay, cool.
You know what I mean? So
and what's the dog's name? What's the dog's name?
Banks. No,
Mr. Banks.
No,
Mr. Banks.
No, listen, the dog name for her is Jerry.
Oh, adopted name. Look at you, bro.
Look, come here, Jerry.
I can't with this guy. Listen, I want to let everybody know Darrell's been making all these connections, and I want to thank him so much, and I want to thank Lady Champ so much for helping us out, getting these people that maybe have a little bit of trouble with the internet. But thanks so much for coming on, and Mr. Banks is a beautiful little dog, and I gotta get to the dentist every time I have Too Sweet on. I get cavity.
Jerry, man, I love you, man. You my best friend. And Jerry, while we on air, you my best friend all the time. And 2 weeks,
love you, brother. You know that.
I'm my man. That's all I need.
Jerry, we're gonna get some Bobby Womack on for you. I'm working on it.
I tell him all the time.
Well, I'm gonna say this, Jerry. I'm gonna tell the band that's playing to hit Bobby Womack. And
there you go. I like the music you play. Let me tell you something. You worry me, man. You worry me when you're in the car driving, and I get nervous, man. I don't even want to comment. I get nervous.
Tell me why.
I don't want you to get into an accident. How you driving?
Jerry, me and you don't want to get me. Me and you don't want me to get in an accident. I don't want to get in an accident. So I'm saying to Jerry, I'm a CDL licensed driver. I drive big buses. I drive big trucks. Jerry, I'm a driver. Listen, I have the when I'm driving, she has the camera, Jerry, not me.
Okay. All right. That's better. I feel better. I hope you're not full of shit.
No, Jerry, listen to this, Jerry. She's my cameraman. So she.
Don't say that.
No, she's my baby. You know, she got the camera, Jerry. She my cameraman. Okay. So when I'm driving, I'm focused on the road. She got the camera. Don't you hold the camera?
Absolutely. Yeah. And guess what, Jerry? When I'm driving, total control. I have the extra CDL license.
Yes.
Thanks so much, guys. This has been great. Derrelle, thanks so much for being on tonight. And hopefully we can get Riddick Bone. We'll do a test run Tuesday with Blaze. And if it's a go and it's a lock, we'll shoot for Wednesday night. That'd be great.
My man. Thanks, Jerry. Appreciate it.
Have a great night. Thanks so much for coming on. Yeah, I appreciate you all both. Thank you so much. And I just want to thank the listeners for coming on tonight. We had a technical difficulties with Peter McNeeley, but we're sure to have him on again and have it right this time and maybe do a test run with him also.
Hey, great guy. Let me ask you, can I ask you something? Did Peter get mad at the end?
I think he got frustrated. I get frustrated.
I
get frustrated too. I love Peter, man. He's a great.
Technology will do that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, technology will do that. Absolutely right. So hey, thanks so much everybody for tuning in tonight and watching. I know it was kind of a crazy, kooky show. We were all over the place, but it was fun to have Derrelle on and Blaze on and you know Riddick Bowe calling in the middle of the show. It makes it fun. It was fun, entertaining, and I enjoyed it. Again, thank you so much, everybody.
Great night. Hey, Blaze, man. See you later, Blaze, man. You know, my man, Blaze.
Blaze are good people, man. Good people. All right, man. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody. Stay tuned for some updates for Tuesday night show. Go ahead, Derrelle. You want to say anything before we go?
Well, I want to say this, Jerry. I think if me and you in the same weight class, man, it will go one round. I will knock you out, Jerry.
I don't know. I don't know, Dow. I'm look, man, my footwork is
the same. The last time I knocked
you out, pop, 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 bing, boom, bang. I'm good.
Blaze, who you got, Blaze?
Mr. Too Sweet. Look, all I gotta say is when Jerry gets in the ring, he dances better than Vanilla Ice.
Wait, look, he be that good.
So you know, you gotta watch that feet work.
I got
you know what I'm saying?
Soul in his body.
He comes out to Ice Baby too. That's his,
no. If he bring Ice Baby, I'm not fighting him. I'm
gonna wear those. I'm gonna wear those pants too, man. I want to. What was his name? A Hammer. MC Hammer.
Parachute pants. Jerry gonna come in with the parachute pants on.
Hey Jerry, you know I can't. Hey Jerry, I can't. I was young. I came out on that once on my MC Hammer. You can't touch this. I can't. That was the song back then. I can't. That was my come out song.
Right, that's understandable. Yeah, that's understandable. Who had Mama, I'm Gonna Knock You Out? Who had?
Oh, I played that 3 or 4 times.
You played that too?
Yeah. I played that for about 3 or 4 times.
It's funny how some songs are so related to boxing and how they're used for entrance songs.
You know, I got the best response off this song when I came out. Did this like 4 or 5 times. Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On.
Yeah,
the whole crowd went crazy.
I love that.
They stood up and they went crazy. They went yelling. When I'm coming out, I'm like, let's get it, like, cause based on let's get it on. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Mills Lane, let's get it on. But you know what's funny is you see fighters today coming out and they have the rappers walking down, to the ring with
Entourage.
Entourage.
I don't like it.
All
right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Darryl. We'll be in touch. Lady Champ, thank you so much. God bless. Love you all. Thanks everybody for joining in to the boxing show with Jerry and Too Sweet Derrelle Coley. We're gonna do it again. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, come on and let the good time roll. We gonna stay here till we soothe our souls. If it take all night long, one more time. Come on and let the good time roll. We gon' stay here till we soothe our souls. If it take all night long, gotta tell you. sun is sinking low. The clock on the wall says it's time to go. I got my plans, I don't know about you. I'll tell you exactly what I'm gonna do. Get in the groove and let the good time roll. I'm gonna stay here till I soothe my soul. If it take all night long, yeah. Everybody let the good time roll. We gonna stay here till we soothe our souls. If it take all